Khloe Kardashian is getting called out by Kanye West. Kim is getting called out by her family for being a hypocrite. Glenn Powell is talking about what's going on between him and Sweeney, and his mom was very quick to talk about it. Lana Del Rey is addressing some drama. Hailey and Justin are talking about some stuff. There is so much that we have to dive into today. But before we spill the tea, let's talk about what to do when life spills you. If you've been seriously injured and don't know where to start, Morgan & Morgan might have your back, America's largest personal injury law firm. And they make it so easy to turn a messy situation into a better one. And if you become their client, they make hiring a lawyer super simple. I for sure used to think that hiring an attorney was this long and complicated, expensive process, but not with Morgan & Morgan. More than 3 million people have trusted Morgan & Morgan when they were injured in an accident. And when you're injured in an accident, hiring an attorney is one of the first things you should do. Morgan & Morgan has achieved significant verdicts in the past couple of months for victims involved in life-altering car crashes, and the fee is absolutely free unless you win your case. And with Morgan & Morgan, submitting a claim is so easy. Everything can be done right on your phone. You can submit your case details, sign contracts, upload documents and medical records all from your cell phone. And you can even text your attorney and legal team throughout the duration of your case. So if you ever get seriously injured, your case could be worth millions and you're only a few clicks away from potentially changing your life. It's literally so easy. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan by going to www.forthepeople.com/spillsesh. The link will also be in the description, or you can scan the QR code on the screen using your phone. And I want to say thank you to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into the news. Hey guys, it's Christy and welcome back to the weekly TEACAP. We have so much to get into because there's so much that we did not get to talk about this week, and so we are doing so right now. We are going to start off with this Alex Cooper story because this one's actually kind of crazy, but there was this rumor that was started by Dumois that was talking about how maybe Alex Cooper allegedly might have made one of her employees change her name because she had the same name as Alex Cooper's husband's ex-wife. And since hearing about this, everyone's just been like, that's crazy. It was reported allegedly, according to Dumois' podcast, someone named Claire was asked by Alex to change her name in the workplace because she was uncomfortable with someone named Claire working there, Matt's ex-wife, Claire Holt. Claire has apparently changed her name to Charlie while at work, according to emails from her, Claire at Unwell versus Charlie at Unwell. Insane if true. A lot of people were talking about this story, and someone made a TikTok about how everyone had been wondering if Claire Holt had seen any of this buzz go around.
This girl was like, do you think Claire Holt is seeing these? I think we know from all just like we are chronically online, so are they. And if they're not online, you best believe their people are sending them. Poor Claire. I hope, Claire, girl, you're having a great weekend with your kids, minding your manners.
And Claire actually commented under this TikTok and she said, "Thank you, love. I'm having a beautiful weekend with my kids in the sun." So clearly, Claire is very unbothered by this whole situation, and rightfully so. She is married, she has 2 babies, and she should not be worrying about her ex-husband and what his new wife is doing at her workplace with her employees. But if that is true, kind of crazy. Anyway, let's get into this whole Hailey Bieber and Justin drama because this has been an ongoing situation that everyone has been talking about recently. And as of this past weekend, Justin had gone live on Instagram and everyone was just kind of like, what's going on? Something here is very off. It's very weird. Justin, are you okay? Because it doesn't seem like it. After this, he started spam posting on Instagram, and then all of a sudden he deactivated his account. Then when he reactivated his account, it looked like Hailey was not following Justin anymore, and everyone was like, oh my gosh, she unfollowed him. There's something going on, which I feel like this is a conversation that happens multiple times because we just had a scenario where it looked like Justin unfollowed Hailey, and then he was on his Instagram story talking about how somebody else did it wasn't him. He posted, someone went on my account and unfollowed my wife. Ish is getting sus out here. Everyone just felt like he was making an excuse for having done something. Like maybe they got into a fight and he unfollowed her, but they just were not believing that someone randomly got into his account and unfollowed Hailey. That just like was not making sense to people. And so this time, when it was Hailey that looked like she unfollowed Justin, she came out to address the situation and commented under a TikTok and said, it's a glitch, it didn't unfollow him, hope this helps. And because she was saying it was a glitch, everyone was like, sure, it was a glitch. Like, isn't that what Justin said? Justin didn't use the word glitch. But of course, everyone was just like, why is it always like your Instagrams between the two of you that are somehow, some way getting like messed up, and like the following each other situation is always wrong? I will say that there were a lot of people that were saying that they did believe it was a glitch, and I do think it was a glitch because of the fact that if you searched up his name, it wouldn't come up. But then if you went to Justin's page and you saw people that you follow that also follow him, she was in the list still. So it did seem like a glitch there. I know not everybody wanted to believe it because they just wanted to be like, Hailey's lying, like she's trying to cover herself. It does seem like Instagram is always bugging for them. But in this scenario, it did seem like it was a glitch. Anyway, as you guys know, there's just been so much conversation surrounding Justin's name in general because he's been posting so much and everyone has been under the assumption that maybe new music was coming. I mean, he's been posting a lot of pictures of himself in the studio and it just seemed like he was getting in this zone to put out new music. But now it kind of seems like this might all be for a clothing line instead. Now, he used to have his Drew House clothing line, but now it seems he is putting all of his attention into this new brand called Skylark. I don't know when it is about to launch, but he is tagging it in so many of his posts, you guys. He's posting so many teasers of what the jackets are gonna look like, the color scheme, the shoes, the glasses, and honestly, it is giving me Yeezy vibes in the way that he is spam posting on the internet. All of this random stuff lately, the whole thing is giving me Kanye vibes. I hate to see it because I don't want to see Justin go down that route, but like, it's just wild to see all of this happening. And he posted this teaser video, which I do believe is his way of saying like, Hailey and I are good, we're this happy little family and we're leaving this little kid stuff behind. Because in the video, it's like this animated video where he's basically like lighting up all the Drew House stuff and they are walking towards this new life together, launching Skylark. It's him and Hailey, they're kissing, they're pushing the stroller, and it seems like he is trying to leave behind the past. And I mean, hopefully he's trying to leave everything bad behind, but the way that he's been acting and posting on social media, everyone's just like, I don't know if we're necessarily going in a good direction here. Everyone's kind of hoping, but I guess we're just gonna have to see when Skylark actually launches and what this is about to look like for Justin. And how do you guys feel about another potential celebrity streetwear, like sweatpants and hoodies type of brand? I mean, this is just the new thing. If you were a celebrity, you're either gonna have a makeup line or you're gonna come out with hoodies and sweatpants. But that is what's going on there. Let's get into the situation between Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. So Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell have a little history here. Not romantic history, but people thought for a second, for a moment, while they were doing press for the movie Anyone But You, that there was maybe something going on here because they looked like they were a couple. They had great chemistry, and I mean, in the movie they had great chemistry, but everyone was just like, I think like they're together. There's just like no way that their partners can even stand seeing them be this way. But it was just for PR. Sydney's talked about it being really strategic for her to promote that movie because it was one of the first movies that her production company was making, and she was really excited about it, and it was a really big success and it was talked about a ton. But despite all the rumors, Glenn had a partner at the time. They're no longer together. Sydney also had a partner at the time, and he actually helped her make that movie. So they were working together. He was there witnessing her and Glenn on set. But if you are not familiar, his name is Jonathan Davino, and they actually ended up getting engaged, but they have officially ended their engagement recently, you guys. The couple who began dating in 2018 and got engaged in 2022 were rumored to have split once it was being reported that they had postponed their wedding. In wake of the breakup, Sydney attended Glenn Powell's sister's wedding, and Dumois got photos of her in Dallas for this wedding, and the internet went absolutely nuts. Dumois posted, Dumois exclusive, Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney spotted together in Dallas. Dallas wedding sparks Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney friendship focus. Everyone was just like, okay, she ended her engagement and she knew who to hit up, and this is finally gonna happen. We're gonna get Anyone But You in real life, because if you watch that movie, then you know that Sydney played a character where her sister was getting married, and then, in the end, she ends up with Glenn Powell's character. So everyone was like, wait, is this about to happen in real life? Are they gonna be together? Some people were for it, some people weren't. The crazy thing is, I don't think Glenn's mom liked any of the rumors that were going around, because she was quick to get a statement out to Daily Mail to be like, they are not together. People magazine wrote, Cindy Powell shut down romance rumors between her son and Sweeney following her split from her fiance of 3 years, Jonathan Davino. Cindy told the Daily Mail on Tuesday, April 1st, they're definitely not together. She said the speculation about their relationship was silly. She added, there is nothing going on behind closed doors. She got that statement out quick, you guys. She did not want one more rumor of her son being with Sydney Sweeney. Very conveniently, Glenn had a Today Show appearance this week where he was promoting his new condiment brand. He's coming out with hot honey ketchup and hot honey barbecue sauce. But while he was promoting this, they of course had to ask him about Sydney coming to the wedding. And he basically was just like, we had a great time. Like, you know, Powells know how to throw a wedding.
Wedding caused a little bit of a stir. Did that surprise you?
You know,
timing
timing is everything in this world, isn't it?
Dude, I'm getting married. I'm the bride.
Yeah, no, I mean, she and Sid are obviously great friends, and it was a hell of a wedding. You know, the Powells know how to do it right, and so all the people that love her were there.
The wedding caused a little bit of a stir. Did that?
So I fear nothing going on there, just some good friends, but very crazy to see all of that being said, especially his mom coming out. Now, this next story has to do with Lana Del Rey, and she was very quick to shut down these rumors, but let me tell you guys what was going on and what was being said. There were these rumors flying around that Kim was suing Lana for $1 million over a Skims Valentine's Day campaign. If you guys didn't see, Lana Del Rey did do a Skims campaign for Valentine's Day that came out. Everybody loved it. They thought Lana looked so amazing, but apparently Lana had posted pictures from the campaign on her Instagram, but she didn't label them as a paid promotion, so she didn't put like #ad, which allegedly got the attention of the National Advertising Division. Some people claim that because of that, Kim and her team were facing scrutiny and decided to take legal action against Lana to distance themselves from any backlash. The rumor picked up traction online, with fans speculating about drama between the two of them, whether it would impact their relationship or future collaborations or what the heck this would mean. Because to see Kim Kardashian suing Lana Del Rey, like, that was definitely going to make some headlines, and people just couldn't believe that Kim would make such a move. But Lana stepped in to talk about the drama, and she left a comment on Instagram that said, no, this isn't happening, not as far as either one of us know. I don't know where this started, but if it does for some reason have to happen because of guidelines, then we will handle it, but never an end to a friendship. So no drama between Kim Kardashian and Lana Del Rey, and she was making it very known to people that there was nothing going on. But speaking of Kardashian drama, we have got to get into this whole situation between Khloé and Kanye, and there's also stuff between Kim and her sisters. Basically, Khloé found herself in some hot water this week when she posted onto Snapchat a photo of North, and the caption was, "North looks so grown up." And the thing about Khloé is she's been called out for her Snapchat before. I'm pretty sure she does not run her own Snapchat and somebody else is posting for her so that she can just make some extra money on the side, because it's been said a bunch of times that there is a lot of money on Snapchat, and if you just like post like 1,000 times a day, you will be making the bag on there. And so what does Khloé do? She posts everything. She will screenshot everything from her sister's Instagrams to her sister's TikToks, and she will put it on her Snapchat and react to it. Like I said, I don't think it's her. I think it's whoever is running her social media for her is like taking any drop of content that is related to the Kardashians and reacting to it in some way, shape, or form on Khloé's Snapchat. And when she posted this of North, some people were like, I don't know, it's like a little weird. I'll tell you who really didn't like it, Kanye, who has already talked about the fact that he does not want his daughter online, though I do think that is quite hypocritical with the way that he released a song with North and Diddy on it. And Kim had already said that she did not want North to be on this song associated with Diddy. but Kanye did it anyway. So it's just like, how can you say that you want your child to like not be online, then you do something like that? I just agree, like she shouldn't be online, but it's just so conflicting. Like, why is he this way where he's like saying one thing, but then he does like another thing and it just doesn't align with the values that he claims to have. But he seemed pretty upset by seeing his daughter online, and he wanted to vent about the fact that he does not like his kids online, and he has accused the Kardashian family of like trafficking his children. Oh God, you guys, it's just... Anyway, he ended up tweeting out saying, "It's difficult when you know your children are being indoctrinated and used. People know why I went crazy. Now I'm in a place where I have to disassociate or go to jail. And I bet not one Kamala supporting pro-Black celebrity say anything on me or my kids' behalf. If a group of prominent Black stars stood up, I could save my kids from all this. Y'all watch these whites and white passing women run, use, indoctrinate, and like these Black kids and tell me this is what I signed up for." See, it's hard to like read this from Kanye and then think about the fact that he put out a song that included North and Diddy was also featuring on it. Like, I don't know how you can say like you want your kids to be saved from this family, but then like that's the stuff that you're doing. But he's just made it very clear to the public that he does not like his kids to be overseen by the Kardashian family, and he wants his children. And I mean, the internet is on Kim's side when it comes to this, because with that Diddy song, everyone was just like, this is disgusting. Why would you want your daughter to be associated with this man? He's been defending Diddy online. It's just horrible, 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 horrible. But in terms of Kim, she has been called a hypocrite in the latest Kardashians episode for her parenting, and that is because last season she called out Khloé, and Kim was getting a lot of backlash for this because everyone was just like, I can't believe that Kim is talking to Khloé this way about her kids. So last season, let me tee it up for you guys. Last season on the Kardashians, Khloé, Kim, Kendall, and Kris went on a trip, and Khloé was FaceTiming True. She was FaceTiming her at the dinner table, like during breakfast, like she was just talking to her daughter, and they were all so annoyed. They looked so annoyed by it. Kim was just like, why do you need to be like on FaceTime all the time? You know, can't you just like, you know, put a little room between you and your kids? And everyone was just like, Kim. Even Kris was like, you know, telling Khloé to get off the phone, which everyone was just like, why is it so upsetting that she actually like loves her children, wants to see her children and talk to her children, and isn't just like letting the nannies take care of everything? But the tables have turned this season, and Kim is getting called a hypocrite because what was she doing on the recent trip that they all went on? She was on FaceTime with North. They went on this RV trip, and during that time, Kim was glued to her phone, chatting it up with North. Now, North wasn't just like at home. She was actually in China with Kanye for one of his performances, which was another reason why Kim was like saying that she wanted to be on the phone with North. And before she hangs up with North, she tells her that she's gonna call her back, which is when Khloé decides to call Kim out. And that's when she calls Kim a hypocrite. I mean, in the confessional, she was literally like, seriously, not even a year ago, you were mad at me for saying goodnight to my daughter, and now you're spending hours on the phone with your daughter on vacation? Like, why don't you just let me live if you're gonna do the same thing? It wasn't making sense to her. Kris agreed and didn't hold back either. She basically told Kim this is exactly what she once gave Khloé grief for. She even said that they've spent more than half the trip listening to Kim on the phone with her kids, and reminded Kim that Khloé only took 3 minutes to say goodnight to her daughter. When Kim was criticizing her, Kim of course defended herself by saying that her kids are in China and that they'd be freaking out too if like her kids were in a different country. And Kim was like, Khloé wouldn't even let her kids go out of the country without her, which probably not, but I don't know what to say about that one. Anyway, Khloé wasn't fazed though. She was making it clear that she's not upset with Kim talking to North because she obviously gets it. She was just annoyed that, you know, Kim was getting on her about doing that, and then she went and did the same thing. But in the end, Kim did own up to being a hypocrite. She was like, North, like she only wants to talk to her mom right now. And she admitted that she was being a hypocrite because she was getting on Khloé about the same thing previously. So at least she got it in the end. But everyone was just like, girl, there's no way that you got on your sister this hard and then you're gonna do the same thing. The whole thing was just so messy, but that is the theme with the Kardashians. So that is what happened this week. That's what's going on in the Kardashian world. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Plus what's going on with Justin and Hailey, the whole Sweeney story, Alex Cooper. Let me know all of your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.